All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called American Kickboxer 2, 1993. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. This is going to be another Karate Man recommendation. It's got the great Dale Apollo Cook, who was in Blood Ring 2 years earlier. Love both films. Dale Apollo Cook is right up there with Don the Dragon Wilson, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love his films. It's also got the great Evan Lurie, who's in Inferno and Ring of Fire 2. Cool flick. Good one, Karate Man. American Kickboxer 2 is a 1993 Filipino-U.S. martial arts action film directed by Gino Hodi. Is it Gino or Genio? I think I'm pronouncing it's I don't know. It's some kind of German name or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. And it's starring former world champion kickboxer Dale Apollo Cook and martial artist and actor Evan Lurie. Despite the title, it's not related to the 1991 American Kickboxer. Lillian and Howard are a couple who have an 8-year-old daughter, Susie. But before I get into that, let me show you the disc. There it is, American Kickboxer 2, the disc. Let me show you what other Karate Man discs I got in the mail this week. The annoying owners from New York are back at it, yelling constantly all day and night. They have me up till midnight, yelling, pounding the floor. And they came to me banging on my door. The only reason was that the owner's boyfriend from New York wanted me to move out in October. He thinks he's going to sell the house in a couple of weeks to some guy. I have no idea what this guy's talking about, why he's even involved. He's not the owner. And if he's really selling the house, like he says, and he's not going to be in the owner in a couple of weeks, why should he care when I move out? It's going to be the new owner's problem. So I just said, I'm going to talk to my tenants' rights lawyer, and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, I found some squatting opportunities in some abandoned buildings in San Francisco. So it's just a matter of maintaining the building for the owner, finding a place to shower, which is going to be a hassle. But that's an even better deal if I can get free rent instead of paying $250 a month here. But I think I can extend my stay here until at least next year while it's going through the court. If he does, in fact, sell the house in a couple weeks. I don't understand how he says he's selling the house to some guy and he's still got the signs up. House for sale all over the place. This guy is completely out of his mind. And I couldn't sleep because I didn't have the Rain and Thunder YouTube video turned on. My son turned it on when he went to bed at like 10 or something. And then they're blasting the TV. I can't sleep. And then finally the TV comes off at around 10:30 or something. And then they start yelling and screaming at 11:30 at night. Wake me up again. So by this time, my son was asleep. I turned back the rain and thunder video back on. And the washing machine broke. So I had to go to the laundromat. Instead of inserting coins, I had to insert my credit card. I wasn't reading my card. The door opened right in the middle. I wasn't even there. But the guy who was folding clothes noticed that it had been open for 10 minutes. So he closed it and so I did my laundry at the laundromat 4 blocks down on Judah while my son was sleeping. All right, here are the other 2 discs. Sorry. This is Kickboxer Vengeance, 2016. Another Karate Man. Recommendation. And the third Karate Man recommendation that I'll try to get to today is Kickboxer Retaliation. There it is. I don't understand how these people upstairs can yell at themselves for like 16 hours a day for an entire month. It's unbelievable, these people. All right. So that's what's coming up today, if I can get to them all. When a group of terrorists led by Xavier kidnapped Susie for ransom courtesy of Lillian's rich uncle, she's warned not to call the local authorities. Shocked and undeterred at the same time, Lillian decides to call her ex-husband, Detective Mike Clark. When Mike is still miffed at the fact that Lillian and he had split up due to an affair she had with David Bauer, a local karate instructor, played by Evan Lurie. He's got his mullet going. Lillian yells at Mike that he should be man enough to take care of his own daughter. However, in an even more shocking turn of events, Lily isn't sure who is really Susie's father, Mike or David. Lillian gives a call to help with the kidnapping. When Mike finds David at the parking lot of a local restaurant, Mike blows a gasket. He starts to fight David in the middle of the lot. Mike accidentally kicks a bystander sitting in his car when he misses David. It is clear that both Mike and David have agreed to help Lillian pose as gardeners in Lillian's home. However, when it looks like David may be working his charm on Lillian, but is nothing more than plain talk, Mike's jealousy gets to him again, and Lillian even threatens that if they can't work together, they can't help rescue Susie. By the way, the production company is Davian International, distributed by Trimark Pictures. Release date August 4th, 1993 in the United States only. Straight to video. Running time 90 minutes. It was filmed in the Philippines and the United States. I guess they did the United States for the car scenes and Philippines for everything else. There are a lot of Filipino actors in this. I like the monster guy. What's the monster guy's name? Aguilar. There's plenty of TNA in this, including but not limited to a Filipino prostitute who pretends like she's from Taipei, Taiwan. And I'll talk about the hot tub scene in a minute. There's a cool explosion, lots of cool fight scenes, tons of bad acting. It's one of those so bad that it's good type movies. Mike and David searched throughout Los Angeles to look for Susie. Along the way, Los Angeles, Philippines. Along the way, they run into goons like Hammer, who's working for Xavier's regime. As they begin their relentless search for Susie, they slowly begin to bond, but not without getting into fights themselves. Yeah. Partners. We're partners. In one such case, after being forced to fight each other to the delight of a crowd, they escape. they're using like weapons for blood sport or something. They escape and they try to argue and fight each other before they are ambushed by Hammer and his goons, and they have to settle their differences later. Meanwhile, Susie's returned to Lillian, but with a bomb strapped to her, which, to her complete shock, has been set up by her husband, Howard. I thought the bomb was strapped to the bed, and if she moves, then it's going to trigger the bomb. Anyways, I don't think this Wikipedia page is accurate. Howard, who reveals to have married Lillian only to get his hands on the family's fortune, and Xavier has been in cahoots to split the ransom. When Howard refuses to help Xavier anymore, then he felt necessary the two go their separate ways. Xavier gets shot in the shoulder, but it doesn't faze him. He's like Monk from the Phantom Creeps. Keeps getting shot and nothing doesn't even injure him. Meanwhile, Mike and David come to the rescue and they narrowly escape after replacing water jugs for Susie's body. And they are shot at by Howard and his goons. Mike, Lillian, and Susie are confronted by Howard, now in a helicopter, and some men who are shooting at them, while David finds himself using his martial arts skills against more goons, including the monster Aguilar on the beach. The guy who goes, ah. Mike shoots Howard down from the helicopter, and Lillian escapes with Susie, only to be confronted by Xavier, who plots to take Susie for another ransom. Lillian and Xavier, brandishing a gun, struggle until it is revealed that Lillian has shot and killed Xavier, sending him to the water. And that's pretty much the movie. Production was shot on location in Manila, Philippines, serving as the Los Angeles area. Jennifer Jacob, the girl appearing nude in the pool scene with Evan Lurie, was the daughter of the owner of the house where the scene took place. The film was released straight to home video in the United States on August 4th, 1993 from Trimark Pictures under their subsidiary Vidmark Entertainment. Gets a pretty low 4 out of 10 on IMDb. Like I said, it's one of those so bad that it's good type movies. I love the DVD cover. It's got Dale Apollo Cook in a cool kickboxing pose in front of an American flag. I'm trying to see what the kickboxing pose with Dale Cook, Apollo Cook in like a steel cage, like a wrestling cage or something. Anyways. Trying to go back to the Wikipedia page. The director, Genyo Hody, is is from Budapest, Hungary. And his name is Hodi Genyo. Budapest. He's owner and managing director at Budapest Film Academy. He also played the private detective in this one. So there's that. Only 325 ratings on IMDb. Now, this is an obscure, underrated, and overlooked martial arts action film, the type that Karate Man is into. Two rivals, one a cop and the other a martial arts teacher, team up to save a little girl from a terrorist and his henchman. It wasn't a terrorist, it was her dang husband. The man who comes out in the street yelling, "That's my car," was Maxon Ross, who is uncredited. He owns the Platinum Club in Manila. The Philippines, and several of the girls who work for the club are extras in the movie. The scene was added to the original script as a thank you to Maxon for being a generous host. When David's female student undresses and gets into the jacuzzi naked, David joins her, but he's fully dressed in one shot, and 2 seconds later, he's completely nude walking past the camera, but no time is supposed to have passed. Quotes Mike's partner, "Mike, you a-hole, don't go solo. You know procedure second time." It followed American Kickboxer, but it didn't have any relation to it. The feature review on IMDb says 1 star out of 5. The review is by Bronson Skull 72, dated July 6, 2003. 1 star out of 5. He's giving it 1 out of 10 on IMDb. Dale Apollo Cook stars of Mike as a renegade cop who joins forces with karate instructor Evan Lurie to save the daughter that could be either one of them, could be the father. Awful cinematography and poor acting make this one unwatchable. Besides, who asked for a sequel to American Kickboxer 1? It's not a sequel, and we like bad acting on this channel. Let's see. What other movies are like this on IMDb? American Kickboxer is like this, according to IMDb. Another one that's like this is To the Death. Another one that's like this is Kickboxer 2, The Road Back. And another one that's like this is Kickboxer 4, The Aggressor. They all get 3.7 to 4.8 range rating scale on the IMDb rating scale. All right. Well, that's my first review of the day. I got more Kickboxer thingamabobbers to watch later.